Hi, I'm Tim Bielek of the Northeast Ohio Media Group, and I'm joined today by the Western Reserve Academy boys basketball team. I've got head coach Josh Humphrey, peter-barba, and I've got Joey Mylott here with us. Coach, looking at this team, prep school basketball is a bit different than more the OHSA schools. I mean, you get to play a lot of these same teams, but no postseason. What do you think is the biggest difference? Going up against some of these teams.
Well, I would say one of the biggest difference, besides, not being able to go to the state tournament is just, every single game is like a championship game for us in terms of, having to be ready to play, wanting to win. I think on top of that, the opportunities that we have to go play teams from other places, whether it be out of state, across Ohio, I think for our boys, that's an extra benefit.
And you guys get to travel all over the place to play teams. West Virginia, Pennsylvania. I heard you guys playing a tournament out in Culver later this season. What's that like? The guys get to travel on the road and play at all these different places.
Well, as a coach, it could be a little bit of a headache, but these are pretty good guys. It's an extra opportunity for us to bond. I don't know if the guys mentioned to you, but we lose a couple of weeks during break for Thanksgiving break and over the course of winter break. So opportunities like that are great for us to continue to develop our chemistry and again to see how we match up against other prep schools across the country. So.
Yeah. Peter, this is a team that certainly had plenty of success last year, a 13-6 record. You play all this type of competition. You get a lot of these guys back. Describe the chemistry within this group.
Well, I think offensively, we have great chemistry already from last year. But defensively, we're really going to turn up the pressure a lot this year. And we've been working on that a lot in practice. But, yeah, last year's definitely going to help us out for this year. And I'm really excited to see our Spurs-style offense.
I like that description. That's always a nice description. Joey, you also have like kind of a unique situation. You get to play basketball with your twin brother, Patrick. What's that like?
It's nice when we're both on the court at the same time because we both know each other's tendencies a little bit better than some of our teammates that we haven't played with for as long. So I know where he likes to be on the court, and he knows where I like to be on the court, so we can find each other easier.
Yeah, I know there's not that many styles, many things like that in any sport other than maybe the Sedins in Vancouver and the NHL. Would you say you two are like kind of complementary style players, like one of you complements the other?
I think we both do the same things for each other. We both like to drive as well as shoot, so we'll both be driving and kicking out to each other a lot. And that'll go both ways.
And Peter, you mentioned a bit about the offense as far as ball movement, things like that. How much do you feel like that's the strength of the team, or is that something that just kind of comes naturally with the chemistry of the guys, time you guys spend together?
I think both. It's definitely one of our strengths, and it's definitely come over the last 3 years. A lot of us have been able to play together, and it's definitely one of our strengths.
And Josh, for those that maybe haven't seen you guys play, how would you describe the way you guys play?
Well, I think both these two guys alluded to it. I think, in terms of offensively, we try to do a lot of movement in our offense, have a lot of ball movement. I think this year I'm excited more than anything to have, a variety of guys that, are able to do a lot of the same things, whether that's attack the basket, shoot the ball. And all these guys have a high basketball IQ, which makes it easier to do that on the offensive end. I think, defensively, that's going to be our biggest challenge, but I think these guys are up for the challenge, and I'm excited to see how far we can take the game on the defensive end of the floor to match our offense.
All right, there you have it, the Western Reserve Academy Pioneers. We want to thank Josh Humphrey, peter-barba, and Joey Mylott for joining us. And make sure you stay tuned to cleveland.com for all of your boys basketball coverage.